So today I'm going to talk about only the particular area which belongs to southern Karnataka, called Arkavati Valley. It's one of the potentiality area in particularly southern Karnataka. And also in this Arkavati Valley, in 1881, the Brandfield was excavated a few burials in Savanadurga. After that long decades, no one entered to the into this area. Today, just recently, I have explored in a few sites over here. Uh, I would like to share some of the new evidences on the Iron Age culture, particularly in Arkavati Valley, southern Karnataka. Before going to talk about a particular region, I would like to talk about Arkavati Valley, why it is important in Iron Age culture. So Arkavati Valley is located in the southern Maidan Plain. This is the wide area covering around the present district like Bangalore and Kolara and Mandya. This plateau consists of high granitic boulders and also hill ranges covered by tropical dry deciduous forests and receives moderate rainfall. This particular megalithic culture in Arkavati Valley region are situated on an undulating landscape and also hillocks with the rocky knob on the right bank of the major river Arkavati, and also substream Kumudavati of Akavati on partially left bank of the major river of Kanwa. These are the river basins are very important, particular in this region, and also close to many small streams, nalas, and irrigational tanks. And in the agriculture lands, this area are not only water supplying area but also shelter area also with the rocky valleys. Interestingly, they are all are at variant clay formations conjecturing of fluvial push-ups from the canals and colluvial drops from the hills. So such what we call that alluvial developments are fertile sediment for agriculture and also forest grassy developments that support pastoralism. So that is why when sites were plotted on the contour maps, we can observe it is supported by soil cover and also site relations. Site in this particular region, sites are increasingly found at the medium and lower elevations as compared to higher elevations. Why it is this is indicates that granites at high elevations were avoided for burial erections. So in that way, we can understand that also. This could be due to maybe availability of raw materials and selection of vantage points for erections and also its logistic. This is the overall Arkavati Basin landscape and favorable of the natural resources over here. So I'm coming to the main. Today I'm talking about only one site. It's a very presentation here. It's called Nagamangala. So this is the site I'm going to talk about new evidences which have been recovered from the burial and as well as the surface collections. This is the Nagamangala cluster site is located around 20 kilometers southwest of Magadi town, particularly in Ramnagara region. Nearby, there is a one, already I told about 1881, there was one excavated site in Savanadurga. This is the site. Now I'm explored this area called Nagamangala. Physiographically, this is amidst forest and hill close packed granite and covered by the soil red sandy and gravel in the texture on the bank of a stream at a distance around 500 meters here. And also here, Arkavati is a major water catchment area for this area. Physiographically, this region can be classified into irrigated plains river water dependent, also non-irrigated flat regions and hilly areas. So completely this Arkavati river flows only during the monsoon period due to the varied climatic conditions and unseasonal rains in recent years. So I'll go to the this is the geologically, you can see the geological map showing a salient feature of the Dharwad creations and showing the geological features of the particularly Bengaluru, which also comes under the this area called the Peninsular Nesis Closepet Granite, particularly this series called the Younger Granite series. So this is the overall Bengaluru region, particularly Arkavati River Basin and also Dakshina Pinakani River Basin sites. Today, I'm going to talk about this area, which is Nagamangala. So there are three types of burials distributed in 5 different localities around the village. Uh, and their geographical distribution can be spelled like undulating forested landscape. There are around 50 dominant cyst burials within a complex, and also second locality on the top of the hill around there are 8 dolmens found. Locality 3 is the undulating landscape nearby dry deciduous forest. There are only 2 dolmen-cyst burials have been recovered and found because there are lots of destructions going on. So that is why we not find the more burials over there. And also for locality 4 is undulating landscape near Rocky Hill. There are only 3 cyst circle burials have been found. Locality 5 is a very interesting, locality 1, undulating plain near Rocky Westland. There are 15 cyst circle have been found. So these are the few. See the particularly there are cyst burial and dolmenate cyst enclosed by stone circle, and dolmens are concentrated in the particular area. This is the map like showing the distribution of a megalithic in Nagamangala. Particularly, you can see that here majority of the burials are dolmenite cyst enclosed by stone circle within the complex like called Kivudana Sene. Here we have quarry evidences and also iron implements, and also like botanical evidences have been recovered during the exploration. This is the general view of a burial complex, locality 1, which I have going to talk about, particularly this uh, uh, location. This is the disturbed dolmenite cyst enclosed by stone circle in Kivadana Sene. This also disturbed dolmenite cyst by circle with a circular fort wall. Within the complex, we can see here around heart-shaped port wall, also a circular shaped port wall also, and also U-shaped port walls also. Within a complex, we can see the three types of port wall over here. This is a general view of a burial complex in the forested landscape in Kivadana Sene, Nagamangala. So recently, these are the new evidences which can be studied for further studies. This is very interesting from this burial recently when we went to visit the site. Uh, just 7 days before the treasure hunters were dug out here. So here we got lots of materials, including beads and iron implements, along with uh, ceramics, which are very similar to southern portion of southern Karnataka, as well as Sanur in Tamil Nadu, Jedigenahalli, and Banahalli, including the Hirebenakalu region also. So we have found that U-shape graffiti marks over here, which are very similar to the Brahmagiri and Hirebenakalu region. So here there is a also there are some kind of cultural remains over here. The man-made spring, we can see that, and also locality for these kind of burials have been found. Cyst circle. So here cultural materials like very important during the exploration we have collected like black and red ware with the graffiti marks, and also red ware with the graffiti marks, and black ware iron objects like already I told that the sickle and iron slag tears over there. And very interesting, the dugout burial recovered from the burial, we human skeleton and animal bones remains have been recovered, and also from the one pot which have been destroyed. From the pot, we can observe their ragi grains like red millet grains over there. So these are the pottery which have recovered in the site, like a black and red ware, and bowl basin and dish global pot. These are the some features, pottery features like internal projecting, a beaded rim of dish, and also like a concave neck basins, short neck global pot, and outturn inverted rim, etc. This is a very interesting. We found black and red were small vessel with along with graffiti marks like alphabets. This is a black. So and also human bones fragments like a femur and humerus identified by Deccan College Zoological Department, Archaeological Department, and also I told that. There are we have collected some iron smelting furnace evidences over there this is iron furnace tear we found. So here the iron objects in the middle reaches of Arkavati Basin. It also recently we have found lots of iron implements from the dugout burials. Very interesting. These are the very interesting uh, iron implements. Interestingly, what we call that remains of strong subsistence economical of smelting have been found, including the tear, slag, iron ore, and iron lamps in the particular region. It probably what can be indicates like a past smelting activities in this area. Mainly one part of locality. It is my observations in this area with the mortuary practices evidence in the forested landscape, and also iron smelting place locations like locations. And ragi here where we have found ragi evidences, it suggests that megalithic communities were also practiced an agro-pastoral agriculture. So that is why very interesting the cultivation of ragi and also paddy. Paddy is like it's nearby around 100 kilometer, 50 kilometer radius. There are some few sites have been excavated and also reported paddy grains over there. uh, these are attested through the pottery impressions found at the site of like Savandurga, Koppa, and Jeriganahalli. And also these iron productions for the purpose of defense, hunting, domestic utility, carpentry, and also agricultural. These are very clearly indicate a pattern of mixed subsistence economy, because in this particular region, Arkavati River Basin, we have found a sickle, which is very indicating the agriculture purpose, and tapering javelin for maybe hunting purpose or like war purpose. And also very interesting. This is actually very interesting. Recently, there is one burial disturbed by treasure hunters, and also the localians kept in the temple. This one, uh, yeah, this one. So it's a very interesting iron implements found in Arkavati Valley, like a skewer type sharp uh, implement. And also there is a one very important this site of Nagamangala, what I'm talking about Nagamangala, on a three types of burials already had told that locality one at Kudanasana is like a megalithic typically associated with the dominant cyst with the circle, like two types of portholes. These burials are distributed around 3 to 10 meter within a complex. So already I told that presently this cluster has a huge cluster around 60 burials in the forested landscape, and also Other localities are very small cluster but with a differing megalithic type. Locality two, particularly Nagamangala, dolmens are situated on the top of the hill, and other two like cyst burials in the stony wasteland. Uh, Generally, if you see the distribution pattern over here, megalithic sites are located particularly in Arkavati River Basin as well as in Nagamangala. These are sites are located at the foothills, hilltop. A few are close to the minor tributary streams, and also the megalithic sites are appearing in resources locations, especially near granitic rocks, little away from the present water catchment. So it's very interesting the clustering of burial, particularly megalithic complex in the Nagamangala within the differing landscapes suggests the practice of megalithism uh, across the cross sections of the society, and also probably smaller populated communities maybe with the minor extent of landscape modifications. However, as no habitational site were found in the area, and it is too difficult to discuss on the megalithic population, intensity of natural resources, exploitations, and extent of landscape modification as a major research concern, particularly in this area. So, and also what I have collected in the surface collections from the megalithic sites, including pottery, iron objects, slag, lumps, tear, and few bones. Here also that most common among the ceramics found in the particular region. Megaliths are already told that redware, blackware, and uh, black and redware. These are like very interesting, closely similar to the ceramics type of Brahmagiri, Halluru, Hegdehalli, and Jadigenahalli and Koppa. Present this Ramanagara and also what we call that Nagamangala region, including the excavated site uh, Savana Durga, the rosette coated painted were absent. Some of what we call that ceramics having a graffiti mark, these are very similar to T. Narsipura, Sanuru, and Egadeli, and also Brahmagiri. However, what we call since most of the findings are recovered from the graves, material remains from the excavated Savandurga burials provided more information on the socio-economic culture, socio-economic and cultural background of the megalithic people, particularly Arkavati Valley. These surface collections materials do not differ much from Savandurga materials also, which was studied from the Bangalore Museum, and also with the help of Branfield report. So these most of the iron tools from Savandurga and Nagamangala and some other sites in the Arkavati Valley for war weapons and agricultural tools. Maybe. So ceramics of on-shaped, some of the vessels, pipkin bowl. These are the very interesting small vessels also were found in the this area. Some kind of if you consider these material types as representative for the megalithic society of this region, suggest they were both an agro, pastoral, and chieftain communities sustaining regularly over the subsistence economy of Ragi. Because we have strong evidences from the Nagamangala and Savanadurga, where we have collected and also where Banfield was reported ragi grains in the Savanadurga excavation. So during the survey, a new evidence of iron slag, iron ore, and tear at four new sites of Nagamangala and Bantarguppe State Forest area, and also Rangachari Palya. And there is one more site, Vadagatta. These are the very important sites which have given evidences of iron slag and iron smelting indications. So indicate the iron smelting areas. So this is the Bantarguppe State Forest area site has been strong evidence of smelting objects such as tuya, slags, iron ore, and iron lumps remains. Maybe it probably indicates the past smelting activities in this area, and it's a very near to the habitation site and also a burial complex in this particular area. So what we can understand here I know we know that it probably indicates the past smelting activities in this area. One group of the megalithic site with the iron smelting evidences in the forested area, and also iron resource locations, and other group of the sites in the forested landscape, but on and close to stream of Arkavati. So suggest one part of the megalithic area was agropastoral dependent, and other side of the area is iron smelting. Another side, another area is like there is some kind of shelters over there. Maybe it's kind of indicating for hunting purpose and a hunting view over there. So this is difference is not limited to cultural materials, but also those are two differing landscape. What we call that, high elevated grassy scrub forest and sediment capped low dense curved plains and hill towards like a Bantarguppe State Forest area towards the Nagamangala area. So here, what we can conclude it. The study shows that the cultural materials and burials are similar to few sites are already told that Tinarsipura and Hegadehalli, Banahalli, Sanuru, and some of the sites. So we can mm, we can observe that this economy is a mixed economy, and there is a high possibility of what you call differing and dominant economies at area of zonal levels also. This should be due to maybe landscape and natural resources are determinant factors, and they were more dependent on secondary streams than the primary or tributary streams. You can see the area. There are many that most of the sites which are major sites over here, all are close to the major river area. Particularly this Nagamangala, it's like tributary. There are some kind of tributary streams over there. This site is located on the tributary of Arkavati called Bhargavati stream. So maybe they were more dependent on the secondary streams. That's why I told that than the primary or tributary streams. So maybe water would have not been a problem as this region receives a medium to high rainfall. And also agriculture was practiced all year around. Example includes abundant supply of ragi where we have found ragi in Nagamangala and Savanadurga. So here, um, particularly this comparative synthesis of all these mentioned cultural materials, their comparison with other regions, what we can as a whole confirm that megalithic site, particularly in Arkavati Valley, are typical South Indian Iron Age phase, and also Iron Age megalithic development in this region could be maybe uh, of any time during the first millennium BC, because Savanadurga, there is materials, Savanadurga and particularly Nagamangala. These are the ceramics are showing close to the early historic futures. So that is why the society seems to be a stratified society believing in a different burial erection for their ancestor, and also accustomed to clustering their burial space instead of common integrated burials. Maybe they had preferred different landscapes ranging from the hilltop foothills away from the streams and plains near to the streams. So maybe this is suggests their adoption of different landscape, but probably their economical zones. Already I told that. So very uh, with the limited time area we have covered about the observations are like very preliminary, and also very interesting Nagamangala site. I'm taking the one step forward. This Nagamangala on three types of burial cluster in the file localities already told that in the locality one. At Cuban and Sene, when we plotted the burial distribution pattern over here, are typically associated with the dominant cyst with circles and two types of portfolio like U shapes and horseshoe shape. These burials are distributed around 3 to 10 meter within a complex. This is locality presently has a huge cluster. Uh, uh, so here we can This burial were constructed using a locally available granite stone because this is the bedrock over here. This is the burial scattered over here. The locally available granite stone obtained from the nearby quarry. These remains or slabs and the capstone suggest the possibility of quarrying because we have got from examples over here. There are some left quarried capstone left over there. So this remains like of slabs and capstones suggest that the possibility of quarrying for the built burial. In order to accurately split a hard stone of granite, very a series of small marks are chiseled out at Kudanasene, particularly in Nagmangala complex. It's a good evidence for quarried capstone over here. So we can you can see this here the burial were constructed using a locally available granite stone and also obtained from the nearby quarry capstone showing the chisel mark at Nagamangala area. So now I'm going to conclude uh, uh, my presentation. So I already told that the society seems to be satisfied. Society believing that different burial erection for their ancestor and accused clustering their burial spaces instead of common integrated burial, and also maybe they have preferred different landscape. Ranging from the hilltop, hills away from the streams and plains near to the streams. So these are the very Nagamangala are the only site that are found in the vicinity of mineral sources like iron ore and all others associated with the common sediment of granitic resource locations. Here, megalithism is still a living heritage among the local tribes of this region, particularly. This also helps us to hypothesizing the possibilities of practicing in continuation during the early medieval periods. For a best example, I couldn't make it a documentation of recently when we visited here. There is a small community, a tribal community called Iruliga. Still, they are following the uh, uh, burial custom like very similar to megalithism. So however, we have no concrete evidence of elaborate on this hypothesis. So with the limited time area covered above these are the observations are very similar. However, these surveys can be made us to realize the potentiality of the megalithic sites, maybe particularly in this area, giving a hope for locating good number of Iron Age burial sites as well as habitation site with a differing explorative strategy. Uh, Thank you very much. If you have any questions or any suggestions, it can be used for me for further study.